Hey guys, welcome back. It's Monica Laurette, and I wanted to do a fun video today of showing the authors that I have like the most books for, and two of my kind of like auto-buy authors. I decided to do authors that I have 5 or more books from, because if I did 4 more books, there would just be way too many authors, and I already have 6 to show for you today in this video. Where you going, Luke? He doesn't want to listen to this. Whatever. Also, I have redone my shelves. So I have my favorites here. And then this starts author last name A and just goes down the shelf. So all of my series are back together and I feel very happy. So we're going to go the authors that I have the smallest number of books for to the most. So I have 2 authors that I have 5 books from. One of them actually shocked me, and I didn't realize that until today before I started filming this, that I actually have 5 books by this author, and I didn't really mean to, but that is Victor Hugo, the famous French author who most famously wrote Les Miserables. My friend got me this version when we were in high school because we were both in French class together, and we watched Les Mis, and the thing is, I don't know if I'll ever read this because the text is so small. I'm struggling enough as it is with The Three Musketeers, which has the same text size and is a smaller book than this. So I don't think I will ever get to reading Les Mis, but I'll keep it on my shelf because I love the movie. Pretty sure I have the musical. One with like Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman. I have that, so I can always watch the musical. And then the next one I got, my mom once was at a yard sale, and this guy had a bunch of like really old books, and a lot of them were in French, so she just bought them for me, and I have them on my shelf. Have I read any of them? No. I want to. I want to read a lot of the books I have on my shelf. But do I? No. I have Hugo's Jean Valjean. Let's see. Oh, is this even by him? Wait, hold on. Okay, I actually don't know if this is by Victor Hugo now. It's just parts taken from Les Mis. Oh, it's like a school book. Okay. I'm still keeping it with Hugo, because technically they're using passages that he wrote. And that seemed kind of wrong. These ones I bought myself at a yard sale. It was a set of Victor Hugo books, all bound in this like red hardcover. They've got gold on the side. This one looks like it went through a fire. But I have these. So I have Toilers of the Sea, Notre Dame, and 93. Do I know what any of these are about? No, but I have them. So there was kind of like my surprise guest on this video is Victor Hugo. The next author that I have 5 books from is not a shock to me if you follow me here or on Bookstagram. I love this author. She is one of my auto buys. There's one book by her that I still need to get, and I don't order books online. I normally buy them in person, and every time I go to a bookstore, I can't find this particular book. So one would think, Monica, just order it online. But I don't. I'll order it online if it's a pre-order. And I forgot to pre-order this one. That author is Sarah Glenn Marsh. So I discovered Sarah with her Reign of the Fallen duology. I got this through a book box and I loved it so much. She sent me this copy of Song of the Dead. It also has the Rise of the Sparrow short story in here. So this is where I found her. I am putting the books away on my shelf afterwards. Otherwise, I will not do it later. So that's why I'm turning around. Not that any of you probably care. I also have Fear the Drowning Deep and Dread the Harvest Moon by her. These are what I dub the Corkhill Chronicles because they follow 2 of the sisters in the Corkhill family on the Isle of Man. So this one follows Bridie I looked right at the name. Yeah, Bridie, I think it is. So Bridie Corkill, and then this follows Liz Corkill. I really like these. I thought they were very fun and cute, and I look forward to see if she writes anything on the younger sister or anybody else in this world. And then her most recent YA release is The Girls Are Never Gone. This one is like kind of a thriller mystery book. This one was really fun. I thought I knew what was going on. I was like, oh, I know who did it. I know what's going on. And I didn't, or I kind of did. And then like there was a plot twist thrown in that I didn't see coming. So I really do recommend this book if you like thrillers and mystery books like that and like paranormal stuff. I highly recommend this book. But those are my books by Sarah. The next author I have 6 books by them, and all of the books are within the same series. So I have all the 5 books from the series, and then I have a graphic novel tie-in. I think it's supposed to be between the first and second books is where it lies. I'm not 100% sure. There's another graphic novel with this series that I haven't gotten yet because it's too much on Amazon and I can never find it physically anywhere. It is the Witch and Wizard series by James Patterson, also by other authors, so let us look at those authors too. So, Witch and Wizard, James Patterson and Gabrielle Charbonnet. The Gift is James Patterson and Ned Rust. The Fire is James Patterson and Jill Dembowski. Oh, and then The Kiss is also James Patterson and Jill Dembowski. So, she got to return to the series. And then James Patterson and Emily Raymond did The Lost, which is the 5th and last book. Is there another author on the graphic novel? No, he only did the graphic novel. I keep these books. I've reread this one only one other time from the first time I read it. But this book specifically got me back into reading when I was in middle school. So I keep it for that reason. I really loved the characters and the storyline. I don't know if I'm ever going to reread this series, but I keep it for the nostalgia of it all and the way that it takes me back to that middle school me when I re-picked up my love for reading. So if you have a young kid, I recommend maybe looking into this series for them. The chapters are very short. So it could be a good way to get them into reading, or it could be a quick series for you to get back into reading if you're in like a slump or something. Even the little graphic novel. The next author, I have 9 books by them. I'm not going to show the books just because I don't necessarily want to show him and kind of like promote this certain author just because of the views that she has, not necessarily views, but the kind of harmful stereotypes and writings within the series. So it's Stephenie Meyer. So I have the Twilight series. I have all 4 of those books. I have Life and Death, Midnight Sun, the Bree Tanner little novella, and then I have the illustrated guide because one day when I was in high school, I worked in the library as one of my classes. It's kind of like a library assistant. And one day we just got a giant box filled with this illustrated guide, which we never ordered. So the librarian let me take one home for free. It was when I had just finished reading the series too. So it was kind of fun. But I have all of that. I have not reread the original Twilight Saga. I reviewed Midnight Sun on this account, but I have not reread those books or really anything by Stephenie Meyer. I keep the books. I read Midnight Sun, Life and Death, all of that because of the nostalgia of the series and like the friends that I have where we, both loved it, and that was one of the ways that we bonded. So I keep it for that reason, but it's just not an author in a series that I want to talk about any more than I have in this current video. I haven't seen any sort of apology from Stephenie Meyer of the harmful ways that she wrote about the Quileute tribe in the book, the stereotypes there. So that and some of like her racist comments. I haven't seen her talk about that at all, so I'm just not gonna share that on my page. And I don't know if the Quileute tribe is still seeking funds to try and move to higher ground, because I know a while ago they were. I did donate. I haven't heard anything about it for a while, so I don't know if they were successful, so I will check on that. And if they are still looking for donations for that, I will link it down below, so look for that if you are interested in helping out that tribe move to higher land. Next author, I have 10 books by them. 3 of them are the same exact book, but I have 3 physical copies of it. You can see one right here. He is Tolkien, J.R.R. But I have 3 copies of The Hobbit, so I have these 2, and then this is the 50th anniversary edition that I found at a sale at my library. So that sits up here, and I don't want to take it out because it's holding something above it. I don't want to have to fix it. I also have 2 of his, these books here. So I have The Shaping of Middle-earth and The Books of Lost Tales 1. Don't know why I don't have 2. I think I got this one in college. I was in a class all about The Hobbit. And for our final, we were in groups and we had to do a game. And we were supposed to bring something to give to the winners. One of the groups, I was one of the winners, and this guy, he was a big Tolkien nerd. And he gave me this. I'm pretty sure it's this one, or it was this one. I know it was one of these 2. And he just gave us the winners, because I think there was like 3 of us. And he had 3 books, and so he each gave us one of his Tolkien books. I think he was like, I just bought a new set of them or something, or he wanted to buy a new set, so it was an excuse to get rid of those copies and get new copies. I don't remember. I just know that I got one of these, I forget which one, from that classmate. I also have the Silmarillion and the Children of Hurin. This book took me forever to read, and I don't remember anything that happened, but I don't think I want to try and read it again. I also have Beren and Luthien and Unfinished Tales. And then I also have the 50th anniversary 1-volume edition of Lord of the Rings. So if I counted these as the 3 singular books of Fellowship, Two Towers, and Return of the King, then it would actually be that I have 12 books by him. Or if I decided to do it by like the fact that each book is actually 2 books, so it's technically 6 books for Lord of the Rings, then I'd have 15 by Tolkien. But I'm just counting this because it's 1 spine. So I have 10 books of Tolkien's. And now the next author, I'm going to double count the books because it seems like a lot and I don't want to say the wrong number. So the next author, I currently have 26 of their books, or books by them. This including duplicates. I will have 27 when the next one arrives through the mail. Even though I just said I don't buy things through the mail. But that is, she has way too many books. So it's Julie Kagawa. I just recently finished Iron Vow. I will talk about that in a wrap-up video soon. I have all of her Iron Fae books, including the Fairy Loot editions. This is the Fairy Loot of Iron Sword, the second in Evanfall. It has lovely sprayed edges. I have them all up here, so I am waiting for the Fairy Loot edition of the Iron Vow to arrive at my house. And I don't know where it is, because apparently there's no tracking. I don't have a tracking number. Or maybe I do. I'll have to double check. I have all of her Talon Saga, her Shadow of the Fox trilogy, which you cannot see with the camera, where it is. And then I have only 1 book of her Immortal Rules, so her Vampire series. I want to get the other 2, but every time I go to the store, they don't have them. that'll probably be my next, is buying the Gemstone book from Sarah and the rest of the Immortal Rules from Julie. I'm also debating buying, she just wrote a middle grade book in, I think, collaboration with either Rick Riordan and or Disney. I'm gonna look into getting that one as well. I know Sarah has a lot of kids books, so I may look into some of those and see if any of them would be something that I could get for my nephew, even though he has so many books and he doesn't read. Sarah and Julie are my auto-buy authors, and you can definitely tell that because I dropped the money on the special editions. They're like $30 a book. Those are the authors I have the most books from, and my 2 auto-buy authors. So I'm interested to learn about what books those are and what authors those are for you. So leave those in the comments below. And, you know, if you have read any of the books or any of the authors that I talked about and you love them, let's have a conversation together, because definitely these 2 up here, Sarah and Julie. I will love having conversations about these guys. But that is all for this video. I will see you next time. Hopefully I can get back into the swing of videos. I hurt my foot, so I haven't been wanting to do anything. I will see you in the next video soon. A bientôt!